I think this decision has been kind of like ongoing for many years already. It's my thoughts on what one or what as a one I consider myself is as a player, and what I value for myself, and what I really am is very deep into this problem, I would say. Over the course of the many years, I've had this feeling that I had to work a lot, and I haven't been able to invest my time as much to things that I also value apart from my work, or how you consider as a work. I've had a lot of fun with it, and it's been this hobby, and it has kind of transferred into something more serious. As much as you do something and you really invest time in, it's hard to keep it as fun as in this case. It's also something I very much take seriously, and I have to prepare myself for tournaments. I feel the need to prove myself every single day. I have to be better version of myself in this game. The fact that the scene itself pushes into getting success and being competitive, and you start comparing yourself to other people. It is truly heartbreaking that it has started to remove the fun of it. For me, obviously, I'm only talking for me, and I think that's been ongoing for years, and it's hard to take. I think the hardest part for player is the identity part, and truly like what is a person, what is this player, and like a big chunk of that is being a player, because you invest so much time into it, and you think about the game, and you want to prove yourself that you're able to do it. You kind of want to just forget everything else and to be the possible, to give it really the best chance that you may be competent and you have success. The fact that this identity is so much reliant on the highs and lows, and they hit you really hard. Bearing with that over many years, it is like a roller coaster. It is like, it's so much emotions to am I gonna be the best version of myself for these finals, or you play some pub and somebody says you really stupid shit, like you're a terrible player, and it hits you hard because you're built around the identity you have created for yourself as a player. It's also how other people might you also see. It's you are the player, and when it hits such highs and lows, it's mentally very stressful. Also, it can be very good, and at the same time it's also very bad. So everything is amplified, connected to playing and being a player, and everything. Yeah. I didn't think so much about winning a second title. More so, after after 2018, after winning TI, I tried to grasp on what could motivate me, and I was thinking about it for many months, because I was kind of on the brink of, if I don't find any motivation, then I don't want to keep up. I don't want to keep going, and I found it in my teammates. I found it that as we as a unit can do such great things, then I want to make it for that. Not only I'm winning for myself, not only think of I'm improving and how can I be better as a player. I think of this as a unit, and try to really work and push towards playing together and making decisions together, and really just going just the same direction. And that was basically my last season. I really focused on that, and that helped me to better get closer to the players also, but to share what it is to win together. And I didn't care so much about the title itself or that, but also like what I really cared is the fact that we had such a rough season, and every day we tried to be better. One guy feeling bad in the morning, like somebody boosting him, or seeing this, like me being there, Johan cheering on somebody. It's like such beautiful things, and this is really like what I live for, these moments, and the fact that we won, I'm really grateful for that. And also, obviously, it comes from my teammates, and to make it possible, we had to go through all these moments. It's great that you get somebody gives you something for it. You get something concrete. You get the shield, and you get the rings, and it's good memory. But in the end, it's all just in heart, and those moments is what I lived for, not the win or not the. I didn't think of it yet. I will definitely miss them as players, and being their teammates is such an opportunity I had to be the best of me in those. Like, it means a lot, and I wanted to give it to them also. Family is a very interesting concept because there's different kind of family members. Somebody is the cheerful Johan, or Sebastian is kind of the workforce to let's make this thing together, and let's make it hard. Like, let's work together hard. And Anna is maybe this more subtle. Yeah, it's cool to go together. Yeah, like, but yeah, I like to do it this way. And Topias is more so like he doesn't really like. Let's just do things together. Like, he just understands that whatever we do, just together. And I truly think we had everybody was different in this team, and everybody is different in every family, and we just fill these slots. And I think we can't really value who is better or who is worse, or it's not important. It's more so that what you share, all the things you do together, and that's what you value, that's what's meaningful, and that's what the only really thing that matters in the family. I mean, the first thing, as I was thinking about retirement, is the fact that the player identity goes away. I don't have to take myself as something that I have to achieve something playing, or that I can just forget that part and focus what's happening in everyday life. I have no pressure, I have no stress to do anything. More so, I give myself room to think and go through this process, and I really think that I will find whatever it is, but it's a matter of time. What's next is my question also. It's a good question, but I have no the answer. I don't know the answer. I think the best moments for me as with OG was when we had to rebuild from everything from scratch, seeing Anna after many months, and Topia's first time, and we kind of had to just make it work, and really try to think for what's important, and how do we share the responsibility, and who's gonna play what, and kind of this refiguring process where nothing is settled, nothing is set, and you get to choose each piece in this puzzle, and it's really just how it comes down. And I would say just the re-meeting of this newly created family, where there's just new members from what you wouldn't expect a week ago, but now we did the decision, and now we decide to invest ourselves into this process, in the work of trying to be the best. Getting this reunion of the players is what I would say was the most memorable. I think hardest from my career, it's not with OG, but hardest part in my career was 2016 TI. I played with Liquid, and I had really worked like hard, and I felt it that this is my year, and this is I have to prove myself that I'm capable, and I was in this team. We had already played almost a year together, and I had so much faith. I had so much faith in myself, but also my teammates. And yet we did so badly in TI, and we all let ourselves down. And I was just on these stairs crying. It was the first time I cried after TI, and I just felt this immense feeling of letting myself down, not being able to be there when I was needed, and not really able to prove myself. And I had said to myself that like so much things that I had built it up for myself. Like this was the moment, and I screwed it up, and I just felt like a misery. Like I was a huge failure, and it sucks. Like these thoughts, I just had set it up too hard for myself, and being too critical and too emotional in that moment, it just got out of control, and I just had to burst out. Yeah, but that feeling right before that, it's like when you can't get it out, and you know you're losing, and you just know there's no hope, and that's terrible. A lot of people are hoping that I would say no, and there's still a chance, and this kind of living in the hope is what people are craving for. I think from my position, I'm looking my position from somewhere else, and in my head it's me thinking that this is much better for me. I have to be selfish. Given the chance that I can do this, I think OG makes this possible. I feel like it's the only decision for me. There's just way more hungry people, way more passionate about the competition part and Dota 2 that deserve the spot. And I don't think it this way, because I only think that I just want to leave the position, and I think I can't give enough for others in the team. I would just drag them down the whole season. I can safely say I won't regret it. There is a small chance I will return some way, but probably not as a player for Dota 2, as I have such a passion for games. I don't want to get out of games, and Dota 2 is just one of the games. I feel like my experience and what I've learned is you can't value it, and I feel it's a huge power that I have, and I will carry it to something else that I feel that is for me. And for now, it's like I said, no regrets. Like it's not Dota 2. I'm certain about it, and what it is, like, who knows?